I realized my recording got cut, and so I thought I can walk you through what else did I find after that. As you can see, the script is running. It's going through hundreds and hundreds of folders. It's also giving an output, as you can see here, file name, file URL, the email. So this is the email, and then the role that they have, owner or whatnot. And as you can scroll through, you can see that it's going through recursively through all the folders and finding out everything. So what the last thing that my recording crashed at was this step where I was being told that the way I'm giving folders is not correct. Then I'm just going to walk through some and let's see. So we are here in the overall log. So we have still some way to go. So we first started some more logging. So I was almost going to give up here, but then ChatGPT said let's add some logging, and I really like that because that's how I would have thought as a developer, a former developer. So adding login made sense, but it still did not work. It still gave the same error because it was not reaching there. So this function, when it was called, neither the folder ID nor the sheet nor the excluded emails were reaching it. And that's not okay because this function is being called recursively. So I couldn't think of any way to fix it. So I tried to understand the basics, how to define a function in Google Apps Scripts. So it explained that it uses JavaScript syntax and this is the way it works. And I reviewed how ours are defined. It's defined the same way, so it seemed like that's working. That's the correct thing. Um, then it gave me some more. I what is it? I in the previous error I got this issue, so it gave me some more stuff. I, so as I was saying, each of those variables passed to this function were not working properly. So it said please, to better understand this problem, please share the complete code, and I'll help you find the cause of the issue. So then I did share the complete code with it, and it said it has reviewed the whole thing, and then it gave these recommendations. When it gave these recommendations, this was done, this was fine, okay. This is what I did. So I closed the script editor and I reopened it from Google Sheets, from extensions app script. What happened when I did that is, instead of opening this code recursive, it opened code single folder, and that changed the function that is being run. I should have chosen list files and permissions, but in this recursive, I had chosen process folder. That's why not a single time did this code run. And maybe it wrote somewhere that that's what I need to check, but it couldn't, it was not able to debug properly for me at this point. But this worked for me coincidentally because I had two files, and because when you run the first one, apparently the second one also runs, which I didn't know. And then I gave it other edits. So instead of earlier, it was just giving me the name of the files. I realized that if you can see, then file names aren't too explanatory to figure out where it is. So I asked it to give me the whole path. It gave me that. Then I realized that, well, I still can't do anything. I have to copy paste this, but if I have a link, I can click on that and start editing. So I asked it to fix the URL column. I think the URL column didn't work right from the start, and it said, okay, I need to pass something, and even that still didn't work. Then it realized that there's a web view link and there's an alternate link, and it did some kind of logical or I can't see that now. Here, so child URL is web link or alternate link, but somehow it worked. So apparently it will check if either and pick whatever is available. That sounds like a JavaScript feature. And the execution is timing out because looks like, so you can see here also the execution, maximum execution time timed out at 254, and it started at 248, so that's about 6 minutes or so. So it's not running beyond 6 minutes, and that's what here also it says. But the steps it is giving me to increase the timeout to 30 minutes, I couldn't find it. So I asked it to give me step by step instructions to do that. I still couldn't find it. I have the project open, but there is nothing called top menu. There is nothing called resources. So I've come here, but where is the top menu? It's not this, it's not this, it's not here, it's not here. On the left hand side, if you scroll through again, it's not there. If I go in the overview of the project, there are there are no buttons here either. So, but something it suggested, so it talked about edit trigger dialog. So I also tried going there. So here are triggers, and there are no triggers here, but I could create a new trigger. But again, like whether it's time driven, I couldn't. Sorry, I couldn't find a way to let it run for 30 minutes or more. I've been at this. But even though it's been timing out, it still worked for me. I was still able to use this to clean up a lot of data that was being shared by with my previous one of my previous employers. So able to fix all of that, and given all of this that it has gone through, now what I can do is give it specific folders to go through instead of all folders, and maybe that way it's able to find more files that I need to clean up. So I think this is working well. Within 6 minutes, whatever is possible, that's how to keep finding small and give it to it. And I'll probably start with maybe I'll start one now to on the video to see how it works. So let's go to documents. Did documents open? Articles. Here it is. So this I'll pass the link for this one. So let's forget this. Let's go back to the script. Root folder. And now the new folder I'm giving is articles blogs. Oh, this is nice. And then I need to say folder ID and then run it. The thing is, it overwrites whatever was already there, and I didn't review. Oh no. Okay, it's in the right folder. Oh, it's in the right tab. So I have a pivot table in the other tab. So that updates. It creates a unique row for each item, and then it tells me reader versus what, because reader is less problematic, especially in articles and blogs, versus writers and other stuff. So like for example this one, I probably have right access to the freelancer who publishes this document for me. um, yeah, so this is working for me.